Hi everyone. So this is a part 2 where I'm going to be using my new Artecho Oil pastels that I just made a video about, did an unboxing there. And I watched a few more videos on using these oil pastels or just any oil pastels. And I found out I was using a stump and I was getting good blending with that. But what other artists out there recommend, I've seen, are Q-tips, as well as toilet paper or paper towel. And also, I saw one man using his glove. He doesn't like me. He doesn't like using his fingers so much. So he covered his hand with a rubber glove and used that to blend, which I thought, oh, that's interesting. That's a good idea. So actually, I'm going to put the glove on now. Let me just do a little bit of, so I can blend a little bit. Yeah, it does work. So that's a great way if you don't like getting your hands dirty like me. I don't know. I don't like touching the paper. You know, I'm so trained from watercolor. You never touch your watercolor paper. It'll ruin your paint. And even with color pencil, you know, always like try to avoid touching. That's why I find it's so against what you, even though using your finger is just fine, because these are oil based and it's the oil from your finger that you're worried about, but you don't have to worry about that with these. But it's just so, you know, you get so trained a certain way. So, and besides, I don't want to have to wash my hands all the time when I change colors. So I think it's just easier to have a tool. So I'm going to try the Q-tip and maybe the toilet paper, perhaps. But first, I'm going to color him in. I want to finish coloring in this page because I'm not happy with it because it's not done. You know, I just did enough on that one video, but now I want to finish him up, make him look a little better here. So I'm going to start with some burnt sienna. And I'm going to color in his mane and make his mane darker. Then I'm going to try using the Q-tip. There's lots of lines for his fur coming out here. So see, the Q-tip will help with that. And I also got some tips on adding details, which I'll get into hopefully if I get to it. But first, I'm going to focus on the larger areas here because I have the whole background to finish up, and that's why I got these crayons for these pastels. And so I'm going to try the Q-tip and mix with that. It does sort of lighten it up a bit. I found a much smoother result when I add multiple layers on before I blend. So I'm going to try to remember to do that if I use multiple colors. So there, I added some marmalade and some burnt sienna, and I'm blending with the Q-tip. And I'm just going to shade in the sides here with brown. Okay, look at my reference picture. I am using a reference picture, so something to go on here with his face. And the Q-tip kind of picks up a lot. It's more than the blending stump did. I kind of feel like it picks up a lot of the color. That might just be these pencils. Maybe different brands would behave differently. I'm going back to the blending stump. I'm going to try that. Maybe it's about the same. I guess they do both kind of pick it up after a while. Not much tooth left on the paper, so that might be. But I think he's looking a little more colorful here, a little more. I want to make it darker, hopefully. Just that it might be because there's not enough tooth left on the paper here. I might have put Alright, here we go. I'm using my finger. See if that helps. Okay, the finger does work well. Yeah. Gotta make sure not to make a habit of doing this. I'm using my other mediums. Yeah, it is much easier. The finger, it doesn't come off so much. It's true. Let's get browner down here as well. I think the blending stuff again. Let's see how this layout's looking a lot better, I think. I think this lion is... I'm gonna go ahead, I'm getting my fingers dirty. There, okay, I like him a lot better now. Okay, now I'm happier with him. Alright, so I got that done. Now his paws are a bit dark. Let's see if I can lighten his paws just a little bit. And I have the marmalade color again. I'm just going to lighten his paws here a little. Yeah, so they stand out just a little bit more. And I'll use the Van Dyke brown underneath a little shadow. Okay. Now, I want to do... Oh, there's my cat. She wants to get involved. Yeah, you want to blend? Now I want to work a little bit more on the throne. Okay. You're gonna have to move you. Oh, she always sits down right on what I'm coloring. Let me see, I want to find a... While she's doing that, I'm going to find a lighter brown I can use. Okay, you gotta go. You gotta go, please. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So this is called Tortilla color. I heard some oil pencils come with a blending pencil in the box. So there's some. I don't think I have a blending color. I have a gray. This is silver. I've got pearl white and white. Well, all kinds of grays, but I don't have a clear blending one. So I think some of the oil pastels do have a blender one. So I could use white, I guess, instead. Hey, you gotta move. You gotta move. She's sniffing my oil pastels. She's not familiar with this particular medium that I'm using for the first time. My cat's curious about them. Like, what's that? What are you using? Yes. Oh, yeah. Make yourself comfortable. Okay, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Take a 5-minute break here. The cat's gone. Only took a couple of minutes. So this again is the Tortilla color. I'm going to a darker Van Dyke brown for the backgrounds here. I want to shade it in back here a little bit. I think I'll just save the Q-tip or whatnot for smaller areas. Okay. Now for the background, I'm going to try putting in purple. So I'm going to start with a light base color around. So you see I've got enough with my fingers. I don't know if you can see it, but I've got you can see I've got spots all over it because my dirty fingers touch the paper in other places. That's the problem with using my finger. Anyways, I'm going over it anyhow with the purple. So this purple is called haze purple. And then while I'm at it, I'm going to finish off his robe. It sort of cut off at the bottom here. I didn't go all the way down, so I'm just gonna fill it in some more down here. And I'm going back to the haze color I had. And then on top of that, I'm going to put even another layer of, this is Berry Perry on top of that one. I was watching another professional artist who's a teacher, and she said that using your fingers all the time isn't really a good idea either, because you'll get blisters after a while. You're doing, large art projects and whatnot. Like this whole page, I wouldn't want to do this with my finger, although you could. I think that it would tire out your fingers, never mind getting them all dirty, so I'm probably either going to try the toilet paper or I don't think I'm going to. Now, some people say that Q-tips are the best thing to use on smooth paper like this. But I think a Q-tip would take too long. Or I could use my blending stump again, perhaps. That worked well as well in this paper. So that's why I'm putting a nice thick double layer on here, so it'll blend very easily with whatever I use. Okay, so I think I'll use my blending stump. I think it looks kind of blue, doesn't it? It looks blue on camera. I don't know why this looks blue. It's really a periwinkle. Let me see that's interesting. It's like my lighting looks off. Oh, that's interesting. It looks really blue, but it's actually purple. That's really strange. My colors are not exact on the camera. Let's see something. I'm just looking at the color settings, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Oh well. There's anything I can do about it. This is actually like a periwinkle purple color. But you see, when you put one girl, a young woman said in her video about oil pastel, she didn't always use a ton of it. Always just put on a generous amount of it. So now down here, I had only put on a thin layer, and then it got kind of clumpy because it wasn't enough oil pastel to blend well. Then, you know, I realized that's a good effect sometimes. You may want that kind of clumpy look that makes it look like the fabric is like velvety or something. So it's a happy accident that it turned out that way, and it wasn't perfectly smooth. So it can be a good effect for textures for clothing. But luckily I was doing some fabric there. So it turned out well. You get lucky sometimes like that, right? Okay, so now I have 2 thick layers of oil pastel, and it's very easy to blend with the blending stump. They blend very well, easily and smoothly. And I can get those corners, and I can get close to the object without worrying about smudging over it like I would with my finger. I'm going to put the color of the sides there a little bit. I'm going to add a little more color. Okay, and I'm going to finish the robe. Now I put 1 thick layer for this robe down here. I'm going to darken it up a little bit more. And put some, I forget what I used again for his robe, so I'm going to just put on some this grape purple down here. I'm just going to cover that with it. Hopefully that will work. Oops. Just sort of fit in together. Hopefully it's not too different. Okay, I think that matches well enough. Okay, so I blend it entirely well. There's still some white spaces. Any little white space just shows up so quick, so clearly. Alright, so I've got that done. Okay, I'm not entirely happy with his throne now. Let me see here. That shading kind of looks blotchy. Let me see. What color is this? It's the tortilla. I can't find the I had. I don't know where the raw sienna is. Like some marmalade there. Okay, I'll try that. Okay, so now I'm going to use a dark purple. This looks like the darkest one. It's called Steel Cyan. And I wanted to try to see if I can make these look like grapes a little bit. So sort of have it. Yeah, it comes out here. Okay, it's gonna be. And I'll use the stump again. And in the background, I'm going to make a black back here. also going to use a bit of a lighter purple one. So a mid-tone to the dark. And I still want him to be a little darker back here. I need some more shading. So I'm using sepia brown now. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not liking how the shading's turning out. Trying to. Here's the raw sienna. I was looking for this. Sort of, blend it with the coloring. I'm going to try the cherry here. It's a little darker there. Maybe a little bit darker on the bottom. The black looks a little too much. I want it to be a mix blend. Where I can use the Q-tip. Now there's actually another trick I learned from the video. I haven't tried it yet, but you can use like these little tips, these little points. They say that somehow people put the oil pastel on this and then put it right on the paper. I'm thinking of trying it here. I don't know if it's going to work. It's supposed to work for details. Yeah, it's adding little details, but it's like little points, I guess it's for. I'm going to add little dots on something or little marks. I don't think it's going to work so much for me here, though. More than a dot there on that background. Now some people would use pencil color in, but I'm trying to just use the oil pastels. Okay, that's looking good. I think I want to add a little more color to his shawl here. Thinking of adding, again, I'm not exactly remembering what color I used. I have brown here. I put brown on the outside of it, maybe for the shading on the outside. Just blend that in. Fit there. I think I'm reaching the maximum I can add onto this paper. I got a lot of layers here, so I'll be reaching the limit soon. Now for the thing in his mouth, the doorknob or something. I think I might cover that a little bit with the purple I'm using. So it sort of does some harmony here with the picture. So a little of the extra purple that I picked up from the background here, using that on this. A little purplish tint. That's one of the good things about using the tortillon or the paper stump. You can transfer a little bit of color here and there easily. Now for highlights, I think you can add, at this point, I think you can pick up, yeah, you can pick up little lines here and there. Add little details like that. Get little highlights maybe. And I think that with his balloon, I've got yellow ochre here. I think up here I'm just gonna fix that up a little bit up here. And let me add another color. Oh, this one's called chocolate. I'm going to add some lines again, like I did before. I think I used the brown. I'm going to go back to the brown here. Add some more lines again. Van Dyke Brown. A shadow over here. I don't want it to look too outliney, so wear that out a bit. And I think one last thing I'll do is maybe make this a little darker down here, the rose, and sort of bottom here of his robe. At this point, I have so much color on there, it's going to be difficult to blend too well. Yeah, you know, I think that's as good as I'm going to get it. Maybe it's a little darker too if I can. The sides here. So a little darker down here too in the front. As well as the sides. Alright, I think that's about finished. I add a little more white spots on here. Dots up there. A little dot in the eye. A little highlight up here, right down the middle there a little bit. And where his claws are, I'll add a little white there. And just one last detail is his, it's like an old, I don't know, sort of a piece of jewelry on his vestiture. That's the word. His robe there. Like that, so it looked like some kind of gold there, jewels, or I just noticed accidentally got rid of the light that was there. Right there. On the tip of his nose a little bit. Very careful. Nice rain color around the accident. Well, I think that's pretty much done. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do any more coloring on here. I think I filled it up to add one more. Maybe I can make this a little darker. Use my finger instead of the stump. And that makes it a little. There you have it. That is what I've got